Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Square Syndrome TV podcast. I'm Ben Gilman. As always, I'm joined by not Tom Hill, unfortunately. He will be back soon. We really do promise. We're just putting a search party out for him. He will be here at some point. Lots of love and hope he's well. I'm joined by Troy Salmon.
Yes, my beautiful people. How's it going?
Yeah, this isn't House of Animation, bruv. What are you trying to be?
Everywhere. I'm everywhere, man. Don't worry about it.
That was a very weird. Maybe you've just woken up. I don't know. And I'm joined by Alex, as always. Alex De Toro is back. Hello.
Hello. Yes, it's been a while.
Popular
Hi,
demand.
Everyone. Yeah.
Thank you to Alex, though. She's given me Monday off so I can drink on Sunday evening watching England lose to Italy. Fantastic.
I know, I'm the best manager ever.
Yes.
Oh my God. I love it. Yay.
It is the final, people. Go watch it.
Random Sterling needs to cheat and fall over again like he's been drinking 3 whiskies. I hate him, little prick. Sorry, no, I know he won us the penalty, but I didn't like the way he did it. He should get an Oscar performance, though, for falling over every time. But when it comes to the start of the season, I'm going to call him a prick again because it's Tottenham versus Man City, the first game of the new season.
Watch it. Remember, he's literally my cousin.
I don't care. Win with pride. Don't cheat. We're not Italian. Oh, I've started it.
Watch the family. Hey, don't let me get the family on you, Ben. Watch it, Ben. Watch it.
Did you see the Italians against the Spanish? They kept falling over, holding their face like they were crying at the end of Titanic. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be big men. Play your football. Don't fall over. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Sorry, I'm in the football mood.
I feel great, me. I'm chilling. I'm kind of sweating over here. Usually I'm in my bed, but it's so hot in my room. It's insane. But
Ultimate Warrior t-shirt on today.
I want to take the shirt off right now, but I'm like, I don't. Avert your eyes, people. Avert your eyes. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, please don't. Now this is a video.
All these muscles, all these muscles just burst out. So I've got to be careful.
Jesus Christ, I mean, this is now a video podcast where you can see each other's faces. I would really like you to keep your tits away.
Oh my God.
That's good.
What are you doing? Alex, how you doing, Alex?
Oh, yes, it is very hot. I agree. But it's kind of hot and cold. It's the UK. It's the London weather. What can we do? I don't really like it. I really need to go on holidays. I'm tired of these clouds. I'm singing a lot of mariachi on a daily basis. So I really feel for my neighbors. So that's me in a nutshell.
Maybe you're helping their dance moves. You never know. They might be swaying next door, like just getting a little bit of the.
They are probably dancing to it. I'm telling you, it's such good music.
It is. Makes you want to dance. Yeah, the cloud thing's been a problem. I mean, I've been cloud watching all day. We were in Regent's Park today, and I should have been enjoying the roses, but my wife caught me just because I'm British. We see too many clouds. We're like, is that a rain cloud? Also, because I'm a support worker, I'm always constantly looking at like the weather. Like, are you going to? Yeah. You get used to it after a while now. I've also been a Londoner.
How are you, Ben? How's it going?
I'm okay. I'm off this week, so I'm just kind of like I've watched a lot of horrible rom-coms because I'm following a podcast. I'm watching a lot of horror, and I told you off camera, Night of the Living Dead is a piece of shit. Sorry, it's a shit film.
And, disrespect. Please don't blaspheme me, please.
It's recorded now. There's no way I can't take you back.
No blasphemy.
It's done. And Justin Timberlake can't act in Friends with Benefits. He's a shit actor. He was never the good one in NSYNC anyway, so fuck him. What was the other horror movie I watched? Yeah, I watched Midsummer, which is the Swedish one.
Oh, good movie. Good movie.
Is it new? Is it quite new?
From a couple of years ago, there was a horror movie from the same director called Hereditary, which is hands down.
Oh, I liked Hereditary.
Spanker of a film. You don't have to think too hard about that film. Midsummer is his next one, and
if you're into cult movies, into like actually cult horror movies, then you're
It's
like,
spooky, but there's no jump scares. It's very different from Hereditary. I had to think about it for a couple of days. I do like it, but you have to put a bit of thought process in
have you
to
seen
understand.
The Witch? Have you seen The Witch?
Maybe. Sounds familiar. Sounds like I've seen it.
It's
If you
good,
like
but
The Witch, you like that.
it makes me terrified of Swedish people.
I liked
Very weird.
Hereditary, definitely.
This movie
So I'll watch it.
will make you scared of Swedish people, and I never thought I could say that. Swedish people are very kind people. They're just the way they talk in it. They just
Are they a bit
it's creepy.
ghostly?
Yeah.
It's not
creepy.
so. It's not really. It's really just spine tingling. From the word go, your back is up when you go there because you just know something's wrong, and it's not even jump scary. It's just there's something wrong.
Eerie.
You know it's a cult.
This is the whole point, because sometimes if it's not like this, then I just end up falling asleep.
It's
But
true.
I did fall asleep.
I have it. Atmos.
Our house. I find stupid people hate Midsummer and people that are intelligent like Midsummer. You just need to engage your brain, and it's not always about jump scares. Those films are crap.
You gotta tell the people. Do not watch this movie when you're tired. Do not watch this movie
You
when
have
you're
to
tired.
pay attention.
At 9 a.m.
Yes,
9 a.m. in the morning.
No, don't do it.
Coffee.
Please. Stay awake.
Well, there is a shout out to a shit horror movie though called Our House. It's really shit. Don't watch it on Netflix. It's awful. It's the most. That's the bad horror movie this week. The other, Night of the Living Dead is also shit. But like Midsummer's my shining beacon this week.
Okay.
And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is also just quite a funny.
It's hilarious.
Because they both try and do each other over. They're both. It's brilliant. It's Battle Wheels. My wife doesn't think it's a good movie. I'm like, it's not about them being good people. They're awful people. It's just trying to watch them outfox each other is funny.
Yeah. You've got to watch Bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid. That's a classic. Come on now. Bridesmaid is a classic.
It's on the list.
Hilarious.
27 Dresses, 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, God. Twilight.
Well, to be fair,
God,
Troy, I had not watched Bridesmaids until this year, a few months ago. Yeah.
It's on here.
Oh.
So good.
So you can watch anytime though. So good. So good. Anytime.
Twilight's on here as well. Oh boy, yeah. Sexy vampires. I don't like sexy vampires. That's
You don't like
them. Twilight. And I'm getting serious.
You're vampires. Stop being sexy. Go eat people. That's your job.
They eat the blood though.
I don't care. Sexy vampires. I come from proper old vampires, scary vampires. But yeah, that's me this week. So I've had a good week of just watching TV. That's what I do when I'm not working. I just munch up on horror, romantic and horror, and football. I never liked football, but this England thing is going on well. So okay. So who wants to go first this week? Then who's up first?
I don't know, man. It's up to you guys. You choose. You guys choose this week. I'm chilling today.
So you're just here to say hello, right? Basically,
I'm in the back. I'm chilling in the back today.
I'm
on my phone, guys. So this is why I'm like literally in the back right now.
Everyone's Skype has failed them this week, including Alex's on her phone.
Around my area, literally, Virgin has gone down. So I'm dying over here. So literally, I'm on my phone, using mobile data right now.
There's a joke somewhere about Virgin going down, but I'm not going to make it. I'm leaving it.
Don't do it.
I'm not making it. I'm leaving it. I'm going to let it burn like a car on fire on the sidewalk in East London. Right.
I knew exactly where Ben was going.
No, I'm leaving it. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Right.
God, you guys choose. Hey, we'll leave up to Alex.
Yeah. Should we let Alex go first? I could go first.
Yeah. Let me
Ladies
go first. I haven't been here. It feels
Ladies
like it's
first,
been
yes.
ages.
It's true.
Has it been ages though?
God, it's been 10 episodes, I think, since the Japanese TV special. People have been moaning.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're after you. Like, where's Alex?
You said Alex would be here every month.
Where's the
He's
Mexican?
missed a month. Ben, you work for Certitude anymore. No.
Sometimes I disappear, like it's part of my nature. But I always come back.
People thought I left my job. Not worked with you anymore. Those bad feelings. That's in an email later. Don't worry.
Oh, you're gonna read some of the emails. Okay.
Yes, we've got a big backlog because you've been missing them. Alex, very Alex-centered. We've got 2 months worth.
So I should be back at the beginning of August because I will be gone to my lovely Mexico for a while in
At
August.
least now the fans know now. So we don't get any bitches in August. Like, don't bitching
So,
at us in August, please.
I'll be away because I will
Yeah,
be.
the August.
That's
I will
fine.
be dancing. I will be dancing to mariachi, and I will be visiting my. Now, basically, I really need to see my family. Like, so yeah. Apologies in advance, but I'll try and come at the beginning of August anyway.
That's cool.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been away, guys, but I'm back.
Woo!
I've got some nice recommendations today. I initially was really struggling to figure out what to recommend, but I've watched a couple of really good TV series that I binged on. I basically watched them over like 2 days because they were so good.
That's the best
Yeah.
For me.
TV right there.
So anyway, I'm going to start with the first one, which is a comedy, which is called Feel Good.
You took my lesbian sex comedy away. God damn it! I was going to talk about this next. No, go for it. Go for it.
Do it. I want to hear it.
Go for it.
Let's talk about it together then. It's so good.
Do it.
I've watched the first 3 episodes of season 1 and I'm hooked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you can talk about it. Feel free, because I think it's fantastic. My wife does not like it because it's not really. It's underrated funny. Like
It's
Tracy as well.
What I've heard is some people have really liked it, and some people have watched a few episodes and they're like, "No, I don't like it." So yes, I agree, Ben. Some people might watch it and be like, "No, it's not funny," or to me, amazing. I couldn't stop watching it. Great characters. I love May. I love her.
I love her. It's just her photo. She's so. Maybe we should explain the very basic plot. Is May is a Canadian. Oh, Troy's seen it as well. This is great. This is rare.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. So May is like
spoil, but yeah, tell us the plot.
A Canadian. She's a Canadian stand-up comedian. She meets someone played by one of my favorite actresses who appears in every goddamn thing, Charlotte Ritchie. I can't remember her name.
Is that Georgina?
Yes. Because I'm gonna just praise her because she's in every comedy I like. I spoke with my wife. She's in Ghost, Fresh Meat, Doctor Who. There's a tick. In loads of other things as well. She appears in Siblings. She's appeared in about 400 different comedy shows. Even if they haven't gone off, she's always the best thing. And she's only dated men before, so she gets into a relationship with May, and it goes from there. And Alex, I'm going to let you talk more because it's your pick. But why does this work?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't so aware of Charlotte Ritchie.
Now.
This series just popped up on my Netflix, and I was like, meh, let's give it a try. And honestly, like, I cried, I was laughing.
Oh.
It's so moving. It's like so real. The characters are so beautiful. It's a love story, but within that, like, there's lots of things happening, like very real issues, between couples or what people go through in their own lives, which might be addiction or anxiety or depression or family patterns. So it's really, really interesting. It's got like lots of interesting things to observe and digest, I guess. But it's also like, it's a nice thing to watch. It's got a really nice kind of cute story to it, although it's also a bit heavy. It's also got some heavy themes, so it's not for everyone. I agree. I think some people might find some of these themes a bit too abrupt, and that's fair enough. Don't carry on watching it. For me, it was amazing. It made me feel good because it made me feel all sorts of emotions. And I love that. When I watch something, that's what I want, ultimately.
What I find interesting is because Georgina is not doesn't say she's bisexual. She's just kind of first time with a woman. She kind of thinks her friends are going to mock her for being with a woman. So she, for a long time, from where I've seen it, episode 3, her work colleagues find out because she's drugged up on morphine in a hospital that she's in a relationship with May. I felt quite sorry for May at first, and but then I saw it from Georgina's side of like she's being careful. She's struggling with like her sexuality a bit, but they underplay it really beautifully. And I do find May's funny. So instead of her addiction is now Georgina. So when Georgina doesn't go out with her, goes to a wedding without her, she goes to pieces and she has to go and find a sponsor. And her addiction is now Georgina. But it's done in a really funny way. And they put another woman, an artist of the sponsor's daughter, and I don't know where that's going yet, but I think that's going to end up in an affair at some point. They've put that down, and I'm thinking.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I'm not going to say much.
It's got Lisa Kudrow from Friends, but now this is one thing. A lot of reviews have said, "Why is she American pretending to be Canadian?" I don't think it matters. British people would pretend to be French or American. It's just you change the accent up. I don't think it's a big deal if Lisa Kudrow is Canadian. Like the accent's similar. I'm not saying they're similar. I can't tell the difference, but that's fine.
Me neither.
But it's great. But I would say in the trailer, this is weird. In the trailer, her face looks like it's shrunken like a prune. She looks 80. But in the show, she looks young again. Don't know if the lighting was bad in the trailer, but she looks like Phoebe. She's always Phoebe. I call her Phoebe, but she's fantastic. From what I've seen of her so far, the dad will always walk off. If there's a relationship thing, May's dad will just get up and go, right, I'm off. Looking at the flowers. I've got to go over here.
May, good character. I mean, it's so real.
Yeah, and she's so sweet and really lovely.
I love her comedy as well. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I came over in a canoe with Celine Dion up from Canada. That was quite funny.
I don't mind the Canadian thing. I didn't really think much of it.
What do you think of the flatmate, the other one, the American? He's quite funny.
I mean, after quite a few episodes, you're going to become quite, what's the word, like attached to him. Because initially he plays a bit of like a side, like not very important, but then he actually becomes really close to them.
I already am. In episode 3, I'm already attached to him because there was a bit where Happy Canada Day and he was wearing a Mountie outfit. I mean, mate, you've made the effort. You really have over there. Just dressed up as a Canadian Mountie. I don't know why I burst out laughing, but I don't know what his job is.
Such a good friend as well.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Who says American Canadians and English people can't live together in the same house?
Oh well.
It's a good show. Wow, I had that for like 2 weeks' time because I hadn't finished it yet. But wow,
really, I can't believe you haven't. I could not stop watching it when I started it. I must have seen all the episodes within the space like 2 days or like a week, not more than a week. I mean, just like going to bed really late, like I must see what's going to happen. Like I'm so drawn to the story, and like the heartache and the pain, and the family dynamics, and the issues that she's going through and the trauma that she's gone through somehow. I find all those topics really interesting. I guess because I'm a psychologist, not some weirdo. But anyway.
But like,
lovely, beautiful, good show.
This is what I was talking about off camera, listeners, was I was warning these two I was going to bring up a lot of British comedy in the next couple of weeks because I've been following a lot of my favourite actresses and actors into stuff that didn't take off very well, but there's like a season or 2 of it. Charlotte Ritchie, stop being so good. It's impossible to keep up with you. She's like David Tennant. She's like my female David Tennant in terms of watching her acting range.
Okay.
Put her into Netflix and see how much stuff you get back with her in it. She literally lives Channel 4. Like, I mean, Channel 4 originally had the first series. Netflix brought it up to make it a Netflix original because obviously maybe not done so well on Channel 4, but there was demand for it. So I'm really happy Alex has picked that out because I love Love this show. I'm only 3 episodes in.
Oh, you're gonna honestly, you're gonna really enjoy it. Anyone watching it, I hope you enjoy it because it is lovely. And anything else you want to add, Ben? Because I know it was...
No, I feel like we've covered it. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, but I like the way that they don't make a big deal out of it, and I like the way that they've got someone from the Georgia side. Like, that's really interesting because she's still finding her way of it, and they both make mistakes, but they're both trying to make it work. It's a different dramatic, and they don't sexualize them. It's just a normal. I've always said there's enough gay guys, and without being homophobic, I love how much gay stuff there is, but there's never female gay love. It's always male, so it's nice to see a female perspective on this type of relationship.
That's true. Yeah,
so it's good.
A lot on women, on lesbian, and that kind of. And maybe that's why for some people it might be difficult to watch, or they're not there yet.
But I think men are allowed to be sexually
still not very open about these topics. It might be a good thing to get yourself a bit more, open-minded about these themes. I mean, yeah.
I mean, a lot of gay men are very confident in coming out. I would like to see gay women hopefully do more of that, because that's fine. Like, I hope it encourages people to come out more if they need to. Because, we've got confident gay men. Let's have some confident gay women. Celebrate it. Let's go.
Yeah. So
I don't see enough of that on TV ever. So I would like to see more of that representation. What's your other pick now?
So that was one of my picks. And I've got another one that was a bit also unexpected.
Oh, okay. Unexpected.
I bet you're watching it.
I'm just intrigued. Every time Alex has a pick, I'm just intrigued. I'm just sitting here going,
I'm excited now because she caught me off. Good.
It's intrigued. Just sitting here. I love it.
It's called The Serpent.
You are reading my list of things I'm watching.
The Serpent.
You talk about The Serpent. I've got another one which
my
actually.
Wife, Alex? That's what I want. Have you been talking to my wife?
No. I was watching
on my list to watch.
What's going on?
Well, you can sell it to me though. So I haven't seen it yet.
Saw you.
Again, Jenna Coleman.
Because already it's 2.
Jenna Coleman's a really good actress. Again, from Doctor Who. There's the second.
I went to see the show so bad as well. I went to the show. I was like, yes.
Well, Jenna Coleman's one of the best companions ever of the Doctor. So Doctor Who companion Jenna Coleman's in this. Alex, go for it. I can't wait to hear about this.
Were you going to talk about this, Ben?
In the future, in the next couple of weeks, I was going to start watching it again because I'm a big fan of the actress. I was like, I'm going to have to watch that. I like
one of the main characters from The Serpent. I won't say much so that you can pick up maybe in a few weeks' time, but this is one of I mean, it's hardcore because it's a documentary. So it's I was really shocked that, oh my god, this actually happened. Watch it because it's very interesting. I had no idea. I had never heard that this happened in the 70s. I'd never heard from a bikini killer or any sorts. It's good. It's a good thriller. It's some bits are a bit hard to watch personally. Because I mean it's real, so it's hard in that sense, but I definitely couldn't stop watching it because I wanted to see what was going to happen, whether in the real life. I'm not going to say, but go watch it. It's a good I mean, I would say it's a thriller, but obviously it's a documentary. The acting is really good. I don't know any of these actors actually, so interesting that you mention her. I don't think I've seen them before.
Jenna Coleman is like one of the more upcoming TV actresses since Doctor Who. She's done Victoria. She's appeared inside Number 9. She's done really well. She's great, and she's obviously. One of my friends is a big fan of trying to get her to marry her one day. You might bump into her. She's very beautiful, obviously. She's very beautiful. I think that's why a lot of dads came to watch Doctor Who, because like, oh, she's quite nice.
Gorgeous.
But,
She's beautiful, yeah, she's quite nice looking.
stunningly. But she's a really good actress, and she stayed around for 3 seasons, and she was popular. And I would argue we need people like that now in the current series, because you don't have those same type of actors now. And she's also got really big eyes, so when she's sad, it's like the Bambi eyes from Disney. She's kind of got the emotional eyes, big eyes, and she does it all in the face.
Yeah, she doesn't speak too much.
She's a very subtle actress, and I'm a big fan of that style. I like myself a subtle actor where you have to you can just tell by their face how they're feeling. Yeah, so Jenna Coleman, like, yeah, look at me popping off at the British actresses this week. I'm big fans of Charlotte Ritchie and Jenna Coleman. I'm excited for her.
So, yeah, so if you've already started watching it, Ben or Troy, I don't know how you would stop watching it, because I couldn't.
That's how I haven't touched it yet, because I want to give myself proper allocated time. My time.
Yeah,
and
pay attention.
Yeah, I just want to binge it. That's what I want to do. I just want to binge it.
I mean, it's one of those things that I had to actually go away and Google and like research, because I was like, my mind was blown from this TV series. And it's a limited series, which is great, because then you get the whole story within one season. It's just one season, so it's fairly short, but not really. But yeah, it just goes like water through your hands. It's so quick. It's not, but yeah, I like. Yeah. I could have paced myself and watch it less quick.
So you can't help it.
That good, huh?
You can't help it sometimes, you know. You can't help it.
Can't help it. But this, I mean, no, I don't know if I always bring similar things. I mean, this has been quite key in the last maybe month that I've watched. So I definitely recommend 100%. Yeah. Those are my picks.
Okay. That's some really good stuff. Like, me and Alex seem to be on the same wavelength in TV programs.
That's right.
She's recommending me stuff. Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm watching these. That's for sure. I'm watching these.
Yeah, but it's like Netflix. The problem with Netflix is there's so much stuff. There's stuff Alex has picked up, like, you know, I mean, like, Feel Good. That's almost got collapsed. The problem with Netflix is they have all the good stuff. So something like Feel Good, just they've put Serpent front and center because they did it with co-production with BBC. That's got a lot of advertising, but Feel Good comes under. Like, it's like they've not advertised it. A new season dropped this year. No one's talking about it, and that's the problem with Netflix. There's so many shows that they bring out a year. They're their own worst enemy, and stuff like Feel Good. I'm so glad people like Alex are watching it as well. That means there's an audience for it.
Yeah.
And that it's not getting people. The problem with Netflix is when you finish something, then what am I going to watch next? There's too much variety now.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'm beginning to start hacking away at it. Only for another 65 shows to join next week. So
yeah, plus it's hard to find something as good as, like, you watch something amazing and then there's so much variety.
I call it The Void.
Yeah.
The Void. It's like such a good show. What do you watch next? If you watch such a 10 out of 10 show, it cripples you for a while to watch something else. So you go and watch the football, pro wrestling for a bit. You need to watch dumb stuff. Yes, pro wrestling is dumb.
Yeah. You have to kind of just, like, you know what I mean? Just separate your mind. Like, what you watching.
So I watch two big men in small pants smack each other around the ringside. That's fine. But, like, sometimes I call it The Void. Like, you don't know how to follow. Like, that's the problem with Netflix. There's so much quality on there.
It is.
And Fear Street's on Netflix now. The horror trilogy. I want to do that.
Oh, Fear Street.
Yeah, it's from L.R. Stein, who did the Goosebumps.
A lot of people I know have seen it, so they suggest me I watch it. So I'm gonna watch it at some point.
I don't know if Alex knows it. Maybe in Mexico it was worldwide big seller. Goosebumps was a big seller. It was horror stuff for kids. It's his new film trilogy on Netflix.
And it's based on Goosebumps.
Yeah, it might be shit because Goosebumps, when you watch it now, you're like, I was scared of that dummy. this sucks. But
I
back
used
in
to
the
love
day,
the
the
books.
books were amazing. That got me into
Yeah.
reading. Goosebumps and Roald
I
Dahl.
still have them in Mexico yeah. I still have like 30 books of Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
gonna
the
buy.
only book I've got is The Night the Living Done Me Free. That's the only book I've got. It had the special cover as well. I was like, that's so nice.
Like the big one.
Yeah.
Really thick
She's
with
like,
the dummy and the eyes.
yeah, the eyes coming out.
I'm gonna whisper this.
Of course I have it.
I've been scouring eBay for a complete collection for cheap. My wife doesn't know.
Obviously, you need to get them. I mean, these are classics when we were growing up.
Trying to get a complete collection though, people don't want to give them up because my library where I grew up always used to have all the books. So I would regularly I would use all my family's library cards, all 50 of the first lot, take them out, read them in 2 weeks. Oh, there's 52, 53, 54, take those out.
Yeah.
I could read. I still do. I don't do it as much now, but back in the day, I used to kill books.
Get lost with.
Yeah, I could just
Get lost in them.
burn through them so quickly
Mm.
because I was a reader. Anyway, who wants to go next? Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome, guys. Enjoy.
You know what? Since you guys are so linked together, I'm gonna make you go next. I'm gonna go last.
Go on, Ben. Do it.
You guys
Do
are
it.
sick. You guys are sick. So you gotta go
Do it. Right. So I'm a man, obviously. So this might be something.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. Just in case you didn't know.
Next time I'll be like, I'm a human.
Yeah.
I am from the planet Doctor Who. Thankfully, there were no Doctor Who related things in this one. I May Destroy You, which is one of BAFTA. It's from Michela Cole. African names are really hard for me to say. Michela Cole. She's British, but it's a very difficult name for me to say.
Michela
Michaela Cole.
Michaela Cole.
Yeah, Michaela Cole. Okay. So it's basically, I'm a big fan of her. She's a very, very good actress who I'm a big fan of her Channel 4 comedy Bubblegum, which is really funny because she plays a very, how do you say it? Very weird, very childlike woman, but she's really funny. We follow her losing her virginity. Her God-fearing sister's quite funny. But it mixes in like it's near Brixton, I think, so it's like a very black family style thing, but the whole family's hilarious. And she dates a boyfriend, and when we joined her, she was joined in with a fiance who's obviously gay, and as it goes on, he comes out as gay. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. But then she did I May Destroy You, which is a much more serious thing. It's about a girl called Arabella, who's a young Twitter star, who's also, because she used to write her novels on the internet. Then she got permission to write them into novels, and she's celebrated as a millennium icon, a millennial icon. So she's struggling. We join her. She's struggling to write the second difficult book. She likes to party. She keeps getting distracted by all of her friends and partying and drugs and all that. So she's a bit of a wild child. But one day, and this is the thing, like at first I didn't like it because like something happens on a night out. Something happens. She gets sexually assaulted.
Cool.
Okay. Now as a man, I can't relate to that. I can in terms of character. I can kind of, that's a horrific thing. But at first what I thought was you go for the whole series and she doesn't seem to take it seriously. But now I see it's denial, and it's actually a very powerful character profile on how people react to sexual rape. She actually breaks down. Eventually, near the end, she starts to confide in her friends, and does a whole big character arc of dealing with it. Because afterwards, she's just like mucking about, laughing it off, and then I thought, well, that's a bit unrealistic, isn't it? You just had a really traumatic experience, that she doesn't remember, but you're laughing it off. But then I think it's her way of dealing with it, and she's not. And her memory comes back during the series, and she pieces it together, and it's very powerful.
So it's like a forced amnesia type thing then.
Yeah, I spoke to some female friends who've had this happen to them that I know of, and some of them had the same thing where they denied it for a while and acted like everything was normal and they didn't deal with it. And I rewatched it again, and I get it now. It's brilliant. She's a really good actress. She's funny as well in parts. She's got this enthusiasm as an actress and as a character that I really like. And it's a very powerful film. It's a very powerful 12-part series.
Is it based on a real story, or it's
no? Well, it's based on. Unfortunately, the writer Michaela Cole had a sexual assault when she was younger, and she wanted to show the stages that she's gone through. And I appreciate it a lot more now for having a chat about it, and not because normally you just see the rape victim and they just shut the case and go, right, we got the bad guy, but you never follow the aftermath.
What happens to the victim.
Men, it's difficult. It does happen to men, but I don't know. I don't think it would happen to me, for example. So I appreciate the fact that they made it difficult. It's not. There are bits where it's very difficult to watch because she's such a good actress. When she breaks down,
wow,
it's ugly. But that's how someone would deal with something like that, I think. So I just want to big that up because I'm a man, but I like watching stuff that challenges me.
Yeah.
And I feel like after talking to my wife about it, like I'm a bit more aware of put myself more in a woman's view of life instead of a man's life. And I just want to big it up because she's a really good actress and she deserves the BAFTA. It's one of the most powerful things I've seen. I didn't hate it at first. I just felt like she didn't take it seriously. Then I could see that, like near the end, the character realizes she needs to deal with it, and I came full circle on it again. Like I could see it. So second time through, after talking to my friends, I could see. Yeah. And it's a really, really powerful film. It's a powerful series. It's not fun. This isn't ha 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 ha. It's more like the Serpent. It's more really serious. So
it's a good
try it.
I mean, this happens to so many women, and I'm not saying, like you're saying, doesn't happen to men, because it does.
Yeah,
but it is less likely. It's most of the times it's a gender-based violence, and coming from Mexico, you see this happening a lot. Like that's why there's such a big movement in Mexico against femicides, and there's the 8th of March has become a day because like women get killed or sexually assaulted on a daily basis. Not just adult women, children. Like it is really, it's a theme. Like we can't just think everything's fine, because it is happening in our times. This is what happens, and we need to, when you see a sign of a man or a woman being verbally aggressive or sexually inappropriate, we should say something. We should address it. I think this is something we can take away from this situations, because then if we become so silent, things start to become normalized. And this is a little bit of what happens in some cases in Mexico. Like it's just become so normalized that you walk down the street and anything you might be wearing, you'll be shouted something which is not very nice. And that should not be normalized. That shouldn't happen. That's how it begins, I guess, and then ends up in situations like, what Michaela and loads of other people go through.
So, yeah, I just work because I work in that type of things with women and men as a support worker, and it just made me think a little bit more on the female side, a little bit more about their side, and like powerful. So that's
yeah. It's just one of those things. It's irreparable.
I hesitate to call it entertaining, but it is good drama. I won't call it entertaining though, but it deserves that BAFTA this year. She deserves that BAFTA. So something a bit more gritty, but a bit more funny because it's not based on real life, thankfully. It's Lufa.
Okay, Lupa. All right.
Yes, Troy knows this one.
Lupin. Oh, I haven't watched
Lufa.
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 Yeah.
English
It's a
show.
BBC drama about a crazy police detective. Now, you're most probably thinking, oh, God, Ben, police dramas, Tom's brought up enough of them. It's boring. They drink, they do booze. This is different. It's got a bit of a serial killer. It's a bit heightened a little bit because they've got crazy serial killers instead. It's basically a crime drama with Idris Elba, who plays Luther. There's Ruth Wilson, who's been in oh God, what's that one I talk about?
She's in Dark Materials, by the way.
His Dark Materials, yep. She's also really good. He's always rumored to be the next first black Doctor Who, first black James Bond. He's in DC movies now. He's going to Hollywood. And basically, this guy will kill suspects. He's like a no-nonsense bullshit. When we first meet him, he basically kicks a rapist, a child molester. It's a paedophile, isn't it? Troy, season 1.
Season 1 off. Damn, I think it was.
Well, he bricks away children in brick walls. Children. And the first thing you see is Luther just drop him out of a giant roof and he falls to his death. Now, he's a wild cannon, basically. He breaks the rules. He doesn't tell his superintendents anything. He will kill. I mean, he's harassing his ex-wife, and she's going out with another former Doctor Who, Paul McGann. Doctor Who's getting ticked this week. You forgot Doctor.
You couldn't help yourself. You couldn't help yourself, Ben. Couldn't help yourself.
I tick these people off, bro. And but there's corruption. It tackles corruption and this is all going on. There's overarching plot lines. Everyone near him dies. You don't want to be on Team Luther because they will kill off all his closest friends. There's people trying to doom him from the cops. There's the bad guys. Then there's the really weird serial killers that they have each season.
Yeah.
Like there will be a serial killer that will go through the whole season, and it's just them. There's Alice, who's played by Ruth Wilson. She's his will they not fuck person. She's a criminal, but there's always this little dance of death.
Yeah, she's in a way she's like his muse basically. If he doesn't come with a certain idea, she'll be there to kind of coax him on to kind of do what has to be done basically.
The problem is Ruth Wilson got so big she didn't come back for a while. She keeps missing from later seasons because, she got really big. I don't know where she went, but she was unavailable whenever they filmed. And
it works though because she kind of goes in and out of the show where she comes in when she needs to come in, so it kind of works a little bit as well. So it kind of
plays very sexualized, serious, I'm in control women. And you really remember last year I called her an S&M type looking woman, and I called her. I bet she's into S&M.
Bro, I know if someone's actually said that about I'd believe it. I'd be like, yeah, I believe it.
You know me, I'm going on celebrities a little bit for a joke. She looks like an S&M fetish woman. She looks like she would be into that. But she's a fantastic actress.
You're gonna believe it. You see the pictures.
She's a great actress. She should be. Actually, is it too late to make Ruth Wilson Doctor Who next time when they regenerate?
That would be amazing.
She would be perfect.
Let's go for a woman. I'd love it.
So basically, did you know that there was an American version, a Russian version, a Korean version, a French version, an Indian version? No. And because he's so famous now, it's like the Sherlock problem with what's his name? Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, Cumberbatch.
Doctor Strange. Yeah. Sherlock. They can't get Martin Freeman and Cumberbatch back for Sherlock now because they're in Hollywood. They're so busy. They keep filming around his schedule. And I really like Elba. I've met him in the pub. he will have a pint of beer with a fan. He doesn't care. He's a man's man. He's from Hackney. I go to Hackney to support people, so I know where he lives. Like, I know his area where he grew up. And he's a Hackney boy. Oh no, it's not. No, he's a Peckham. No, he's a Hackney boy. No, I thought it was Peckham.
Very far.
No, he's a Hackney boy. He's a Londoner, and he's generally quite a nice guy. He's a great actor. I'm so happy now he's in Hollywood because he deserves that recognition. And he's teaming up with Doctor Who actor, former Doctor Who, Peter Capaldi in Suicide Squad. That's another Doctor Who.
Another tie-in. Oh my god!
If Tom was here right now, he would have shut this podcast down.
Yeah, he would have said, "Enough of this. I've got him out."
Go get them, Peter. Go get them. But like, he's really good. And sometimes you think, Lufa, stop having sex with witnesses. Stop upsetting the mafia boss. Stop trying to get punching your boss in the face because they're trying to get you to a tribunal. Stop stealing stuff from the crime scene. Stop shooting at the ex-boyfriend. Just calm your tits. I mean, I don't know how he hasn't died. Season 5 has just been done 2 years ago. There's a 6th season coming. Go watch it. One of the best theme tunes of all time. This is more for Alex's benefit than yours, Troy, because I think you're with me. How do you feel like later seasons have gone?
Yeah. Will you watch it? Will you watch the show? Great
you
show.
Watched all 5?
Yeah, watch them.
Do you think the Alice not being there affects it? Or are you glad that the fuck buddy thing's gone? Because it sometimes gets a bit.
Yeah, obviously I want her back because she's amazing. I love her character, man. I love the person. So, but yeah, it works. It still works.
Because episode 1, she pretends someone broke in her house, murdered her family, and he immediately went, "She's bullshitting," and the police detective's gone, "Really?" She went, "She fucking murdered them." She's got no compassion. Either she's a robot, or where's the compassion? I'm going in with her, and he immediately goes, "You're full of shit." It's all the bad policing you wouldn't want to see in real life. If your mate got murdered, you wouldn't want to see him rock up. He's got a shitty trumpy coat. He's got a shit car. I just love how shit he is. He's brilliant.
Gets the job done, though. So it matters. Gets the job done.
The amount of people that have dropped. This is one of those shows where they will kill characters off just as you spent 3 seasons with them.
Oh my god, no.
Go watch it. You love it. Go watch it. Lufa. I don't want to give too much.
Where is this?
Lufa.
Like, where can I watch it?
BBC iPlayer or on Netflix.
Oh, really? On Netflix?
Netflix picked up. Netflix.
It's been on Netflix for a while, but it's definitely on iPlayer. iPlayer's doing a really good job at the moment. They keep saying it's for 9 months, but they're keeping them up permanently. Yeah. They're keeping their big boys up.
Lufa. Luther.
I have to watch Lupin as well. See, there's a Netflix.
Lupin. Yeah, I've literally just started watching that as well. Lupin.
It's linked again. My God, this is the LinkedIn podcast.
I literally, before I started talking to you guys, I literally just started finishing like an episode. No, I'm not going to talk about it yet, though. I'm saving it to watch the rest.
Jesus Christ! It's like we can read each other's minds this week. So I was going to do something about autism, but I'm going to do that next week because I've done my 2 picks. I'm just going to do one more quick shout out because I don't have much to say about it. There's a lovely little show on Netflix called Love on the Spectrum. Now, I want to take a shot at Channel 4 because there's a show called The Undateables, and it's basically people with special needs and they laugh at them. Fuck you if you commission that show. Fuck you, you cunts.
Wow.
So, fuck all of you. But there's a lovely, charming show called Love on the Spectrum where it's people in Australia with autism, and they're all lovable. They've all got their little quirks, but they don't laugh at them. They explain autism. They don't laugh at them. And they go on little dates. And some of them remind me of the people that I support and their little quirky, very cute, funny ways of how they see the world. And it makes me love my job more. It's a win-win. Now, they don't laugh at people. They go on dates with normal people as well as people with autism. They make it clear people with autism can date normal people. And that normal people will not run away screaming from them. It's lovely. It's a lovely 5-part show. Go watch it. They're Australian as well. It makes it even more charming. I think Australian people are really fucking charming people. I love them. The families are so supportive. Reminds me of when I was younger, like the love from the parents. Go and have a date. Go see how it goes. Like, love it. Go watch that. There's nothing to spoil. There is literally, they're all adorable, and it makes me hate the Undateables. Don't go.
Yeah, I've never watched that show.
Because if you ever commission that show, and if you say you like that show, when the purge comes, and one day Boris is going to let us all punch each other, I'm going to punch every one of you in the face. My wife will punch the females in the face. I'll punch the men in the face. That show made me angry. Undateables is not funny.
I've never watched it.
Don't watch it because it will make you, as someone that works in care, you'll be like, oh, this is awful. You're laughing at them. You're mocking. No. It's like making a show about someone's nationality, like Sweden. We all like ABBA, yeah? Or just like they're wearing like Viking helmets and they go skiing. It'd be like something mocking someone's nationality. It would be like having an American dating show. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. I shoot everyone. I'll shoot you. Like, you don't do it. So go watch Love on the Spectrum. Netflix. It's a very quick third pick. I love it. It's very sweet, and you can find a lot about autism.
I'll definitely be watching it. It's not the first time I've had the recommendation, but I kind of had lost it. So thanks for bringing that.
Problem with Netflix, they advertise so many good things, stuff gets trampled on. Netflix, sort your stuff out. Next week, I will be most probably bringing up next week. Well, not next week, the week after, a typical, which is that autism comedy on Netflix as well. That's really good again, but I will talk about season 4 2 weeks' time because it's out tomorrow. And I don't know. It's the last season. I'm excited because it's handled autism on the family really well. And I've fallen in love with all the characters. It's not just about autism anymore. It's just about the family dynamic. And anyway, I'm not gonna. You might want to watch that. I'm doing it for Alex's benefit because it's positive about autism. They do have a laugh about what he says, but it's not about he's autistic. He's stupid. No, he's really clever. It's just the social side. He's really sweet with the social side of trying to understand human beings. It's quite. I've had that.
Nice.
Yeah, 4 shut-ups in 1 week. Look at me. I'm being a greedy piggy.
Yeah, Ben's usually like, let's speak. So what's going on here?
Well, no, I've talked about Typical before, but I'm excited because it's the last season. It's like Sex Education is coming back. I can see old shows on the horizon.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Hello there, sailor. Coming to dock. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So Troy, why are you going to talk about Loki, and can I get Doctor Who references in there? Let's go.
No, not this. I'm going to get Doctor Who things this time. I'm not talking about Loki today. Loki's taking a break this week. So first, I've got 2 Amazon Prime picks right now. I'm in a Prime binge right now,
bitch.
so a little bit of a break.
Prime bitch. I'm like, you Prime bitch.
I'm in a Prime bitch run. You know what I'm saying? I get my bitches. I'm a bitch's Prime. No. We ain't trying to do that. No, we ain't doing that. But first pick, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. You might have seen it on adverts somewhere at certain times, but it's called The Beast Must Die.
No.
Nope.
This show, I've watched a couple of episodes before coming on with you guys, literally while I was working on the side, literally in between calls. Bro, this show is so good.
So who's the Beast?
The Beast. My gosh. Okay, let me make sure I get his name right. Okay, Jared Harris. He's the Beast. He's the Beast. This guy's been in Chernobyl, Sherlock Holmes. This guy's done everything, man. He's the main witch in Discovery of Witches. Anyone seen that show?
Your goddamn witches, yeah.
Of the Witches. Hey, this guy's amazing. He's in The Expanse as well. The Expanse. Yeah, he's a main character.
Oh, I've seen The Expanse a bit.
Yes. There's a guy. He talks kind of Cajun, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, Creole, the language they speak. He was like the leader of the rebellion. But yeah, Jared Harris, he's like the Beast in the show because there's this character called Francis, and she had a son called Marty, and literally, her son got killed in a motor accident. So this is how the main story is kicking off right now. She went to the police how many years ago, and the police never did anything about it. And Jared Harris's character, well, what she suspects is him, and the way the story is going, it looks like it's him because stuff is leading up to the point where he looks like he is the actual killer. So then you got this character called Nigel Strangeways. He's another character in the show, and his name is amazing, by the way, Nigel Strangeways. I'm like, yo,
that's a great surname.
That's a great surname. Yeah, and as you know, these crime shows, you got the protagonist, the hero, the broken hero. You know, like Ben was saying before, the crime dramas, they're a bit crazy.
You have to change it up a bit, like
yeah. So you got that kind of thing, that trope going on right now. Still there.
Oh, we've got Crush Jumbo in it. You know, she was in Doctor Who's spin-off Torchwood. There's your Doctor Who.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
You had to find it.
I knew Ben was going to get it. I knew it. I knew Ben was going to get it. I was going to say her name as well.
Joe. Sorry.
No. So yeah, so that's that link. That's a little link there, Torchwood. All right. So yeah, so Chris Jumbo, her character, yeah, she's amazing in this show, by the way.
Great actress. Great actress.
Just the emotion in her face. It's like, as Ben said before, the eyes, the features. She just displays it without actually saying anything. She'll look sad. She'll kind of go into a mode where she starts crying, then she goes back normal again because she don't want people to see that she's, you know what I'm saying, emotional. Because at the same time, she's kind of being undercover. She's trying to discover stuff by herself while infiltrating his family. You know, trying to find out why he did what he did or if he did what he did. So she meets Nigel Strangeways because he's the cop from London. He kind of just moves there because his job back in London was literally abysmal because he kept having flashbacks of this woman getting killed, a shotgun to the neck or something like that. She died. Apparently, he keeps having fits of rage from time to time. So he kind of puts these headphones on from time to time at night to kind of sleep. He can't sleep. You know those ones, the broken hero type trope, stuff like that. Yeah. But which is really good. It's done in such a tasteful way, which is really good, like the PTSD type thing, ex-military type thing. And he goes to the sleepy town. So this is all set in the Isle of Wight, by the way.
Oh,
scenery looks incredible.
Interesting, nice.
The way it's shot is beautiful. I'm like, my gosh, the long roads, the scenery, the greenery, the ocean, and they do like
we call that Amazon, Netflix money, Disney money. They've got the moolahs. They can shoot. The BBC can't do that. But Netflix, Amazon, Disney. Look how sexy our camera work is. Look at that. Camera porn right here.
They've got resources.
Yeah, literally, it's porn for the eyes. Literally, I'm gonna say that right now. It's porn for the eyes. This show. So, and the score is amazing. The score is like those subtle. It just goes. It's like stuff like with the score. It just kind of goes
like a plane.
In and out. It sounds amazing. It sounds good. It sounds so good. But at the same time, Nigel, the cop, the main cop of the show, he's trying to find his own way because the cop previous to him was not doing his job properly because apparently the rich kind of rule this part of Isle of Wight where nothing really can get done. You know what I mean? Because he kind of owns the cops. He kind of owns the station because the cops right there. They're kind of like, you know, the TV. You know, Hot Fuzz. Remember Hot Fuzz, where all the cops are literally just stupid. They're just like the dopey, like that kind of dopey, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't mean to sound so savage, but yeah, the kind of the way they kind of like, hey, how you doing today? That's how they kind of like in that way. They kind of crazy, but it's me laugh. So now just kind of like, bro, do any of you guys do your job? Because literally, he says there's a copy that he kind of drives with to go from town to town or place to place or house to house, and he's kind of like buddy with all the people who live there, and he's like, he don't know, understand how this guy does his job because people just take the mick out of him because he's just a soft guy. He lets people walk all over him. They're like he's just the police. Don't worry about it. Nah. So Nigel, he can't. He's trying to do his job at the same time. So at this point in time, there's kind of two storylines going on with him, and you got Frances, Cush's character, and she's literally fully infiltrated this family, and she kind of goes to live with his family as well, the killer, the beast family, because this guy likes to drive fast cars. He's a risk taker, and apparently he's hid a car that hit her son. Apparently it's in a parking lot somewhere, covered up with parts missing, part of the car broken, and then she kind of realizes, okay, yeah, this is him. This is the guy. You know, this him. He's confirmed for her. He's confirmed now at this point. And it's kind of like a long, elaborate scheme, and you watch it unfold, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. And at the same time, as you guys said before, you got that the eye candy. You know, at the same time while this is happening, you got the scenery, so it's just popping off with that and the score in the background. You're like, yo, I'm fully immersed in this world right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this guy get his comeuppance. But at the same time, you kind of go, okay, his family hates him as well. You kind of see this guy as like a monster, a beast, if you will. You know what I'm saying? That still has to be taken down. And this show is so good, man. I can't say anything else about this show, man. This show is literally top tier right now. First 3 episodes. Let's get it. This is so good. Amazon Prime is getting it with this content. I'm loving
it. I just realised, do you know the In-Betweeners movie?
Okay.
She's the girl that gets harassed outside to come in and do things with Jay. I've just checked her ID and her list of things. She was like a small part of a woman in Ibiza trying to get guys to come into the club. That's her, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she was.
By that horrific looking Jay with his panty face, you know, that creepy boy face.
Panty face.
Am I attacking another celebrity this week because they got like a pervert? I'm sorry, no. But, yeah.
This guy is happy, bro.
Jay, what's his name? Jay Carl. No.
Jay Carl. No, but yeah. Trust me, this show. If anyone doesn't see this show, go watch it. The Beast Must Die. It's on either BrickBox or Amazon Prime Video. So those are the 2 places you can watch it. So secondly, I have something called, I don't know if you guys have seen it. You may have seen it because it got advertised a lot. I know it did on Prime. It's called Upload.
Upload.
So yeah, yes.
Movie series.
So yeah, it's a sci-fi TV show. Oh my god, so good. So it's kind of futuristic, where literally if you die, you can upload your entire consciousness to like this virtual world. So it stars Robbie Amell. Anyone seen the show Arrow? Stephen Amell. This is the cousin. His cousin's a good actor as well. Obviously, there's Tomorrow People, stuff like that. That he's been in. He's been in Legends of Tomorrow, blah blah, stuff like that. He's been in tons of stuff. TV show. And plus he does his own producing and does movies and stuff as well with his cousin. So he's like the main character of this show, and he's kind of got money because he does like this free startup business where basically it's gonna be free for all, where everyone, whenever they die, they can be uploaded to the system. Everyone can get it instead of the rich people uploading their consciousness to this free web. And he has a girlfriend, and no one likes his girlfriend. So it's funny like that. She's always around there. Everyone's like, "Oh my days, this girl's coming over. Another meetup. Why is she here?" So then there kind of things happening right now. You're cracking, but you always get that moment where whenever you go to a meetup, you don't want that person to be there. You're like, "Oh my days, why did I show up? Why is this person here?" Everyone has that. Everyone has that moment.
Yeah, everyone has that friend.
That person, that one person, you're like, "Oh, why? Want to go home?"
That who's not a friend, but someone of a friend of a friend. And you
family member, yeah, friend or family member, yeah, one of them. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So she's always hanging around, and at this point, they're all lovey-dovey, and she likes him more than he likes her. So obviously, you know where this is going at this point. They got these kind of futuristic cars as well, where they're automated. They go somewhere, or you can either tap something, and you can tap pedestrian or not pedestrian. So she basically taps her car into non-pedestrian, where she can easily just get pedestrian on the street. Because she goes, "I don't care about the pedestrians, those poor people, I don't care about them. The car can just run them over. The car just does a beep. The only thing the car does to warn people is a beep. Beep, and the car just still going." And people are like, "What the hell is going? What are you doing?" And the thing is, this is why he hates her, because she has no consideration for anybody else but herself. Okay. Yeah. So that she's like literally the villain. She's kind of like a villain in the show.
She's
yeah. She's like kind of built up as like a villain, right? Sure. And he's literally driving somewhere. He's going home, and his car doesn't respond to a massive truck that's in front of him. He's like, okay, stop. Nothing's happening. Tries to take control. Manual won't let him do it. Crash. Dead. Well, almost dead. He's got scars all over him. He's in the ER. There's two choices he has to make. Well, one choice out of the two. He either goes into the ER, or on the right, he goes to the virtual world. Cause then she's like, yeah, just sign it, honey. Just sign the papers. Don't worry, me and you can be together forever. I'm like, oh my gosh! And I'm like, she's forcing this man, this guy, and the thing is, she's making it look like this guy's dying. He's not even dying. He's just there on the slab, just like, oh, I just need to go to the ER. I need help. And she's like, no, just sign the papers, honey. Just sign the papers. Just give me the rights to your life, and we can be together, blah, blah. And then he goes, oh, okay, whatever, man, whatever. Signs it. And he goes in the virtual world. So he's this is the procedure now. So he sits down, and then there's this massive device over his head, and she doesn't tell any of his family members that this is happening, that it's been happened to him, that he had a crash or nothing. He had a serious crash. So then his mom comes out of nowhere. His mom sees him and is like, he's just about to say, oh, what are you doing? Like, trying to stop him. And he goes, mom, and then he goes, zzz, head gone, beheaded. No head gone. So he's now uploaded to his virtual world now. He's dead. He's officially marked as dead now. He's in this virtual world where he meets this woman who's in charge of him. So every person who's dead in this world, someone's in charge of them. And they have rotational shifts to take care of him and put him in this world. So he had a decent amount of money, and his girlfriend's apparently in charge of everything so he can't buy certain clothes, he can't buy certain products in this world without his girlfriend's approval, because it goes to her now. She's in charge of his assets. No. Yeah, so she's in charge of all of his assets, so she owns him. She goes, I own you, bitch. I own you. So then he can't do anything. He's literally beholden to this woman now. So
crazy level of obsessiveness.
Yes, this show is like showing, like, if someone's in charge of your life, right? Don't sign anything that you don't need to be signed. This guy wasn't even dying. He was fine, because he later finds out that he was fine. He was gonna live. But she forced him to take this procedure to upload his consciousness to this virtual world. As this is going on,
that is insane.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy, Alex. But listen,
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. As this is going on, he starts to see how the other half lives, because he's kind of like in the middle. He's got a decent living, right? He's decent. He's got the rich people where literally they've got acres of land, where gigabytes, they got all these gigabytes of space, this RAM, you know what I'm saying? All this place where they can go, got the golfers. And then you have, they call them the 2 gigas. You got the poor people who live in this place where literally they just, because this was a funny moment. I was dying. I was like, oh my days, this is one of the best moments in TV history, bro. I saw this where a little kid had a book, a Harry Potter book, and he goes, oh yeah, it's such a good book about magic, isn't it? The boy goes, what magic? Because he only read he's only got 1 page of RAM, gigabytes in to store his book. I was dying, man. I was cracking up so hard because he's so poor. His family is so poor that this guy only had 1 page on his book to read. I was like, wow. I was like,
even that's limited.
I know, even that's limited. The afterlife is limited. That's how savage it is. Like, if you're broke, your afterlife is limited. You can't hardly do anything. It just freezes. Your body just freezes and goes, oh yeah. You have to wait till next month now to get his upload back up again. If you watch this show, it's the funniest show you probably ever see. If you watch this show, you're gonna be dying. If you see this show, you're gonna be cracking up the entire time watching the show.
It sounds like a comedy drama.
Yeah, trust me, something. I'll tell you one more part before I finish up. I'll tell you one more part. It's like there's this guy. He's walking around naked. This old guy walking around naked. He's part of the 2 gigas. He's part of the poor people. So he's walking around, and literally he has no genitals because he couldn't afford it. So he's walking around naked, yeah. And then literally he builds his own genitals. He gets like 2
go to the toilet. that just makes me go, ow, you need
to no way. No.
He's so broke. He gets these two poles. He gets a pole and two kitchen poles there, and puts it together and sticks it on himself to kind of look like he has genitals, and walks around. I was like, oh my days. I was dying. Oh my days. It was so funny. Oh, but yeah. Trust me, I had to tell you guys about this show upload, man. Literally, I tell you what, my little sister, she told me about this show because she watched it before me. She goes, Troy, you have to watch this show. So I said, yeah, I'll check it out. And I was like, because I put it off for the longest because I'm watching so many shows and so many movies and that. So I put it off for the longest. I only recently started watching it because she put me on it. So I was like, oh my days. And I watched it. I was like, yo, why didn't I not watch this show sooner? It was so good. It's so good. And I'm still finishing it off. I haven't finished it yet. It's still so good. But yeah, that's just my second pick. Yeah, Amazon Prime, both my shows. Beast Must Die, Upload. There you go.
Okay.
Upload.
And
Oh,
there's no Doctor Who connection there for me to make a joke. Damn it! The last pick.
Yeah.
that was a really good pick. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Sounds super weird.
Trust me. Especially Beast Must Die is must see as well. But Upload, if you're trust me, you're gonna laugh your butt off watching that show.
Okay.
Not enough data.
Yeah, it's all Upload.
Alex has got
No
us
eyes.
upload
You
this.
haven't got genitals. No hair.
Yeah, because you're so broke, you can't afford it. Like you have to wait for this stuff.
Imagine needing the toilet and you can't afford to go to the toilet. That's
Yeah.
horrific.
No, you should walk and just freeze. That's what happened. You just freeze.
That's just nuts. I can't get past the no
Reality,
genitals
but
thing.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. He's literally walking. I was like, what is this about? Like, he's just walking around, and they have this little bit of space. They have this like square bit of space where they live. Each person, because they're so broken, goes, yes, this is where the 2 gigas live. Just
Yeah.
white, just pure white rooms. Everyone's they get grayed out as well. They just get grayed out if they have no memory left. It's funny as heck.
Oh
so
my
if anyone
God.
is complaining about today's life, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely. That's
in
what
the
it's
future if that ever happened. So next time you complain about COVID, you're still alive, motherfucker, and you can go to the toilet at least.
Exactly. They're alive, mate. Control your life.
Control your life. Right. So we have some emails. Sorry, hold on a second. Sorry, water down the wrong hole. Yeah, we've got a lot of Alex questions. This is about you and me, Troy. But we have one email from right. We're going to do this one quick email from you and me. This is it. 5 seconds. Roger, are we doing a Doctor Who special at any point? We're going to do it next week.
Yes, we are.
I bullied Troy into doing it. We're going to do the space one when Tom comes back.
Like I was near ocean somewhere, and I said yes.
Up for on a tank worked. So yes, we're going to do
You've
the
been
space.
coerced.
Yes, very much so.
Must be. We're going to do space next month when Tom has sorted out his computer problem. So we're not going to keep saying each week. It'll be next week like we have. It's going to be next month. Just give him a bit more time to sort it out. So we're going to do a Doctor Who one next week. Hype. So that will be good. New Who only, because we're not doing the whole 55 years of Doctor Who. Will be here until next century. We haven't got time, and Alex needs me to go to work. So yeah, it has to be a quick one. So anyway, so that answers your question. Thank you, Robert from Newcastle. Newcastle is very popular here on this podcast.
Very.
Okay. So, okay. Mexico City. Oh God. Ricardo. I think.
Oh, is it someone called Ricardo?
Mexico City.
Ricardo.
I hope I get this right. I'm sorry if I ruin all these names.
Ricardo from Mexico City.
Yes.
Hola. Yeah, okay. I have a bunch of questions for Alex. Her thoughts on Mexican TV shows. I like the following. I was wondering if you could read this out when Alex is back on the podcast. Cool. So I Ben, good luck reading this. I'm going to need that, Ricardo. Thank you very much. Dear God. Acqui Kiko.
What?
No?
What?
No? Acqui Kiko.
Aqua what? Can you spell it?
That sounds Japanese.
A-H.
Quekiko. Have you heard of that one?
A-H-Q-U-E.
Yeah.
K-I-K-O.
Yeah.
That's not a word in Spanish.
Okay. We're off to. That's not
Akekiko.
Yeah.
Even I was like, wow.
Says it's a Mexican TV show. I'm just okay.
Let's see.
The Ablo Guardian. Is that a famous one?
El Diablo Guardián.
Maybe. It's wrote in here Diablo Guardian.
El Diablo
It must be that.
Guardian.
I think he's written that one in English.
Do you know what? Might be Kiko.
Kiko.
Maybe that's what you mean, Ricardo. Kiko. Yeah, it's a very famous que Kiko. Yeah, it's probably that's exactly what you've spelled. Which is basically it's a very classic, like it's the kind of stuff I grew up watching on a Sunday with like family, and it stars with a very well-known actor called Cantinflas, with like a mustache, a very funny mustache, like 3 hairs on each side, and he's kind of just, he's called Cantinflas because, like, you say you're cantinfleando, you're kind of not saying anything.
Okay.
And his name is Cantinflas in the show. Kiko is one of the characters in this sort of, it's not a soap opera, it's like a comedy, silly Mexican show that was very, very famous back in probably the 90s.
Okay.
Right.
Family, a very family.
Oh, like those, like a soap, like an old school, like if the English person knows soap type thing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
A telenovela, that kind of thing, yeah.
So that's Kiko. That's his name. I think that's what we mean, Ricardo. Yes, definitely watched it. It's big. It was big in the city, probably across the whole country in Mexico, I would think.
There's another one. Mayans MC.
Mayan?
The Mayan.
That I swear that's an American crime show, but I think because it's got Mexican style in it. It's from
a bike show.
Is that from Sons of Anarchy spin-off I heard about?
Yes,
Mexican spin.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's not so Mexico. Oh God, Ruby Rosa.
Ruby Rosa?
Yeah.
Ruby Rosa? I don't know who that is, man.
Ruby Rosa? What's going on? Is it a show or a person?
I don't know. I'm just reading out.
You just reading that.
I'd just like to say I'm doing my best here.
He's doing his best, guys. He's doing his best.
Ruby Rosa? Is that how it says? Oh, my cat's going a bit crazy.
Manolo Cardona is the actor.
Who?
Manolo Cardona.
Manolo Cardona.
Yeah, see, I can't do this. I speak Japanese and English. This is hard. This is fun though.
If you got the Mexican ones, you can give them to me, Ben. So if you don't know how to read.
Nachos versus Zombies is another one on here.
So Manolo Cardona is an actor, I think. But I don't know what he means. Like, what about him?
Just wanted to know what
he comes up in one Netflix TV series called Who Killed Sarah.
Oh.
Not familiar. Who Killed Sarah?
There's another one. El Mariachi. Mariachi.
El Mariachi.
Yeah.
But what's the question? I wonder. Like, what's he asking?
I think he's asking for your opinion on Mexican TV shows because he's Mexican himself. So I think he's trying to gauge your interest in which ones you like. Like, because me and Troy wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I hardly watch Mexican TV, to be honest. Well, I watch a couple, but not much.
I feel bad now because I just watch Mexican wrestling.
Manuel Cardona is actually Colombian. But I think he's in quite a few Mexican TV series like this one, Who's Killed Sarah, El Cartel de los Sapos. Yeah, so he's in quite a few. I'm looking at the moment. Best actor of Colombia, probably. I mean, I'm sure I've seen him. Sin Tetas No Hay Paraíso. Yeah, I mean, he's been in really big ones. Narcos. Ruby Rosa. Okay, it's a 2018 Mexican biographical drama. That's what Ruby Rosa is. Series based on the life of the diplomat, military car driver, Dominican Porfirio Rubirosa, who I don't know who he is, but looks really interesting. I'll definitely watch it. So thank you for the recommendation. I think you've picked El Mariachi. I mean, that's music. I don't know if that's a serious.
This is all. This is what's on the email. So, like, if you want to write back in and clarify it a bit.
Yeah, we need clarification. So we need
Yeah, because maybe
Yeah.
next time I'm going to send the email to Alex ahead of time so she can lead the Spanish speaking one, because I feel like I'm being totally arseholey by not being able to do it properly.
No, I mean, if I was reading Japanese, I probably wouldn't be able to say anything. I would just be, there are some signs and things. So you've done really well. But yeah, I mean, Kiko, we figure it out. Old school TV show for families. Did watch it. Not something I would watch now. I don't think people nowadays would like it. It's got a bit of a silly Mexican humor. I don't know. You might find it funny. I can't remember the name. I can't remember if it was called Ake Kiko. I can't really remember.
Cool.
But it was a comedy. It was meant to be silly and funny. Rubirosa, I'll watch it. I'll try and bring it next time and talk about it. Mariachi, I love the music. I don't know if there's a serious. If there is, I'll look for it, because this is what I'm listening to.
But thank you for the email, though. That's the main thing. Thank you very much. Sorry it's taken a while, but we save emails for certain people when they come back on the show. That's what we do.
Thank you.
That's no problem. There's another one here. What is your most embarrassing? Hold on. Sarah from Liverpool. Thank you, first of all. Sorry, I always tend to read the email before the name. We might as well answer all this one. What is your most embarrassing I like TV show? Like, what is the show that you like that you would be embarrassed to tell people you like? Glee. Everyone takes the piss. I love Glee. I am not saying sorry. If you don't like Glee, you're a human husk who doesn't like emotion.
He is amazing.
Don't want you near me. Be a nice person. Glee's awesome.
I remember, guys, if you without Glee, there is no American Horror Story. Just saying.
There will be no Pose. There would be no Ratchet. There would be none of that person that's done all that is incredible. Like, you look at that run of great shows there, from Glee to Pose and everything in between. He's firing so many out.
Brian Murphy's
He's great. Brian Murphy. Thumbs up, sir. Love you, man. Brilliant. Can you come and write Doctor Who and save it for me, please?
If he did it, I'll watch it. Brian Murphy did it, I'll watch it, bro.
What about you, Alex and Troy?
Oh my god, I've got so many guilty pleasures, guys. I don't know where to begin.
Confession time.
I'm not gonna say too much, because there's tons of embarrassing things I like.
Oh, I got loads, so I'm just gonna say I'll wait for you. I got loads.
I'm giving one.
So I think the most recent. No, it's not recent, but I've definitely watched all of the Sharknado movies.
Yes, I have to.
And they're bad. They're so bad.
So bad, they're good. That's the thing.
I enjoy them so much.
Yes.
You cannot see my face right now.
It's a flying shark in a fucking tornado.
It sounds awful.
How did that blow up so much? I don't know how it blew up so much. I don't know.
It's embarrassing. Like, I have said this to friends, and they definitely look at me differently, and they question my my views on cinema, which is fine. It's embarrassing. It's hilarious. I really enjoy them. I don't take myself too seriously. If you enjoy something and it's embarrassing, that's one of them, and we'll leave it there.
Okay. Great.
Oh my god, this is gonna be tough, man. I should say this. I'm not saying it. People know anyway, so I'm gonna say it. My Guilty pleasure, yo.
Charmed. Just say charmed.
As a dude,
Just say charmed.
no. I'm gonna say that. My
Just
guilty
say
pleasure,
it.
watching Gossip Girl. Yo,
No.
yo, bro. Gossip
It's so
Girl is
good.
fire.
It's so
Gossip
good.
Girl is fire. Yes.
I thought it was going to be Dawson's Creek.
No way, Troy.
Oh, Gossip Girl, baby. Gossip Girl.
I've got one more. Take Me Out, which is, that's really stupid show where a man comes down. He's all like this, and there's like 20 women from Essex who are all stupid and have no brains. It's in the anus instead of up here. And they're all like sunburnt. They look like flipping sex dolls, whatever, like fake tan.
No.
And
Yes.
you need to go watch this. It's a shit, horrible show on ITV, but it's so funny to see how stupid these women are. It sets women back about 20 years. It'll make the women that voted for equal rights want to come and slap them. I would watch that. The zombie film, The Surrogates, all the women that voted for equal rights, zombies eating Essex women from England.
Wow.
Stupid bitches from LA as well, maybe. But they're like, and the guys aren't much better. There's one guy that just comes out, takes his shirt off, and just does his nipples, and is like, yeah. And then they all just vote off. It's so stupid, but I love it. There we go. That's a guilty pleasure.
I mean, there are some really great reality TV shows which are just entertaining. That's what they're for.
My wife
Exactly.
hates the Kardashians, but she watches it. There's her guilty pleasure.
That's my.
The only way is Essex.
Always, Essex is mine. That is mine. That is mine. Especially the early Essex, the later ones I didn't really watch. The early ones.
I just like to clarify. Sarah's put 1 point in here. Bella's in Essex. No, Ilford is between East London and Essex. It's not in Essex. I wouldn't ever live in Essex. Fuck Essex.
No.
Right.
I've got friends in Essex, man. Come on, Ben.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
I'm not blaming all of Essex. Just the
Yeah,
stupid
we can't be like that. That's not.
Yeah. We might have some Essex viewers here. Come on, guys. We've got Essex
Need
viewers.
to be inclusive.
I
Yeah, you
know.
never know.
I know it's a joke on this podcast. I would fire from Essex.
He hates Essex. He hates Essex. He hates it.
No, I don't. I'm just being facetious. But people in Essex do have a very happy-go-lucky thing, but some of the stuff that comes out their mouth, you just kind of like.
The early Always Essex was so good, man. I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, what am I watching? But I'm going to watch it anyway. I had to watch it.
So good.
They are loud people. They're very loud people. You have to be energized to talk to an Essex person because they make you feel slow. Like the energy. I just want to give me your energy levels. I need that.
Yeah.
Like, it always amazes me. Like, they've got the best tan ever.
Bro, they say it to me all the time. There's Essex people, especially the Essex girls, they go to me, oh, I want to be as dark as you know. Like, hey, you can try, but it ain't gonna happen, mate.
You can try.
You can try. You can stay in the sun as long as you want. It ain't gonna happen, mate. Sorry.
Dream on.
Dream on. I got the perfect skin right now. Dream on. One day. Oh God, that's me done. Oh God. Welcome to bed. Is Ben frozen?
More. I'm sure we all have loads of guilty pleasures.
Yeah, we got loads. Yeah, we got loads.
Well, I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Hello. I'm still recording. I went to shut my laptop down when we're talking about Essex. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna hide and then
exactly. In Alex, as soon as he heard Essex, he was like, I'm out. I'm done.
And then thankfully it's still recording. So that's funny.
I think I can talk to you.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
No, we are grateful. Sarah has said though, would like to know where Tom is. Have you locked him away? Where's Alex? Alex is back this week.
Yeah.
Would you have more females on? Well, at the moment, we're just going to be straight up. We don't know when Tom's back. Tom's not gone anywhere. He's coming back. But we've got, like we said, Lulia last week, Tara and Alex, you already know. We're just rotating friends of the podcast in, and we're going to keep it going. So don't worry, Tom will be back when he is ready. He's just sorting out his computer. Takes a bit longer than usual. But he does send on his hello to all the fans. Hope you're all well. So he will be back soon. Do not worry. The sex god from Scotland will be back.
Yes.
Can't wait to see his beard when he comes back. It's going to be proper.
Yeah, we appreciate the love. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Love the love.
Right. We're going to do all the boring admin. If you want to send an email, send it to squareeyes20. Well, for now, send it to bengilman98@gmail.com because Tom is not here, so we don't have that access. He has access to that email. We're doing House of Animation. Aladdin came up this week. It's already doing really well. Troy, what's next week's episode?
Got Aladdin. Oh, sorry. All right, sorry, I was getting hyped there. Sorry.
It was a Pixar.
No, you know what? We're not gonna tell him. We're gonna tell him, Ben. We're not gonna tell him. We're gonna.
It's gonna be crying.
We keep telling them, Ben. We keep telling them. We just gotta let it drop. We're gonna like.
Yeah, you got to turn up.
Just wait for it. You got to turn up to the house. You know what I'm saying?
We have some good podcasts coming.
Yes. Just keep watching, guys.
You should see the stuff we haven't recorded yet. We've got a who's who of good films. But we are going to drop kick some. There is a very special episode coming up in a few months.
Very much so.
Yeah, Pixar. Sorry, but we need to drop kick one of your films. For you. In one go. We're gonna do that. But thank you,
Ben. We've got to leave him hanging sometimes, Ben. You got cliffhanger. You know, you got that low key cliffhanger. You got to leave him hanging sometimes. You know.
That's it.
You got to do it. Yeah.
So we now got a Facebook page. Square Eyes Syndrome Podcast is now on Facebook. Go find us. Go add it. Go and have chats with other fans. Have arguments about who the best fans are. We don't care. Just don't fight. Otherwise, we'll boot you in the teeth.
Yes. Behave yourselves, guys. Behave yourselves.
Please be nice to each other in that chat. We like to build an active community of nice people. I'm like, we finally got it done, so it's taken a while. It's there. Just come join us. You don't have to be invited. We're going to have a Twitter soon as well. I'm working on.
Oh, we're gonna have a Twitter.
Social media, y'all.
Yeah, social media up in here. Just want to say thank you to Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, Poland, Latvia, Indonesia, China, Japan, New Zealand, Mexico, Malaysia, India, Netherlands, Australia, Canada, Philippines, Germany, Ireland, United States, United Kingdom, Scotland, Wales, all you crazy bastards. Thank you very much for the continued support.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you.
That is a lot of people.
Gracias,
indeed.
Gracias. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, that's it. We are going to keep pumping them out. Alex will be back in maybe a couple of weeks before August.
Yeah.
We shall see if we can get that all sorted for you. Okay. Is there anything else anyone else want to pimp? Alex, your website, please.
Pimp that website. Do it proud.
Yeah. If you want to check out my website, same as before, adeltoro.com for counseling. Yeah, find me there. Send me a message.
We're going to keep it inside of the, it's going to be down in the description as always. Troy, how about you talk about your podcast where we can see your bedroom?
Yes, you see my bedroom. You might see me in the vest at times, say if you're lucky. Because it's going to be very warm right now, say take my shirt off a couple of times, just for the ladies, from time to time. So some guys too, you never know how they swing, but Legend of Old 101, that's my YouTube channel. Yes, there you go. You check me out there. All one word, by the way. All one word.
Now you know his bedroom layout, you can assassinate him because, he's not afraid to show his background. Please don't assassinate him.
Wow.
So dark.
Yes, so grim.
Mega Benny 666 is coming back up as a gaming channel some point in the future when I have time. We're going to be live streaming eventually in the evening when I have time. That's going to come back up. That's going to be linked in there as well. Tara's video channel is also there. Tara Chloe. It's also in the description. Go check out her K-pop hot Japanese men thing, whatever she does over there. Crazy she has in Singapore. Much love there from the House of Animation. And that will be it. That's it. We're wrapping this bad boy up. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye, guys.
And we will see you on the download next week. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.